Okay, so today we are working on drawing a ghoulish ghost glam. A glammed up ghost. I've already made a little tiny error here. Well, okay. Now let's see if I can. Okay, now we're working on the nose here a little bit. I am going to be adding some color here. It's looking kind of like a combination of a skeleton and a ghost, sort of. Okay, so I need to figure out. We've got kind of a little veilish looking thing going on here. Like that. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. Hello, those of you who have joined me. Do you have anything you'd like to, any comments or remarks you'd like to say about my little ghoulish ghost thing here we're working on? If so, you can leave them in the comment section. Okay, I've got all my, oh gosh, I got all my pencils out here. So I'm deciding on what colors here to use. I'm probably going to be working with a couple of colors here related to the lips. I'm going to start out up here, kind of like this, and color in the lips like this. Okay. So I thought, well, I saw the thing on YouTube today about the glam, ghoul glam, and I thought, well, I'm going to make a drawing of some ghoulish glam here. And so I'm making a ghoulish glam ghost is what I'm working on. And so if you're new, please remember to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe. And you can share the video on social media pages once it's complete. it does have to process, so the video does go private for a little bit, but eventually it comes on out of processing and we'll make it live, and then you can refer back to it and make some similar types of content. I think you can clip these too and make clips out of these videos, from what I've seen. I know I've clipped my own videos. Now the thing that happens with the clipped videos is that I know that I've made some of mine private, and then I realize, and then I get a notice that says that your video is no longer made public for some reason. And then I realize, oh gosh, that's my own video that I did. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing, I don't really have any dark colors. So what I'm going to, I need a gray, and I don't even have that. I do have this color. I'm probably going to have to, let's see if I can, yeah, that works like that. We'll do kind of a calligraphy type thing on it, on this eyebrow like that. That's kind of a calligraphy eyebrow. That's what I got going on there. Sort of a calligraphy eyebrow. That's why I like turning it sideways, because I get all these fun, you know, so I can calligraphy in the nose, but I actually want the nose darker than this though, a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in like this, in this direction. I'm coloring the nose. So this ghost does have color. We're glamming up a ghost is what we're doing. We're ghoulishly glamming up a ghost. We've got some dark areas up here. The ghost kind of has on a veil, a weird looking veil, not over the face on this one specifically. Now it's got on some really, really hideous looking makeup here, so we're going to kind of do this. Oh, that works out pretty good like that. Oh yeah, that works out perfect. That's exactly the look we're looking for. So there should be a little bit of a, let's try and define the, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for there, that look. And so I'm going to kind of do the same thing and round it like this. I'm going to start off light. Now the thing I always remember is to start off light, and then I can apply it on thick a little bit later. Okay, so I'm going to darken up some of these parts in here like this, and then out here on the outside, and then just leave a little bit of light right in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I kind of want to show the eyelid crease there like that, and then I'm going to darken some of this up a little bit like that. So I do want these little highlights here showing up. We've got a little bit of dark right here for the hair. There's some hair on this particular ghost, this ghoulish creature that we got going on. We've got, now I want to darken this up in here. Now these eyes too, solid dark. The eyes are a solid dark, solid hollow looking, dark like that. Just no, there is an expression. I was going to say no expression, but actually there is an expression there. I'm not sure if we can do eyebrows. There's some, yeah, we can do a little bit like that. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to shadow this in a little bit more like that. And I'm going to shadow this in down here like that. Okay, so let's see here. Now I'm just gonna lightly sketch in a nose here. Lightly, just lightly sketch in a nose. Doesn't have to be fancy. A little bit of zigzagging going on in here. Perfect. Uh, I like that. Oh my goodness. Let's darken this eye up a little bit more. We're darkening this particular eye up just a tiny tad bit more there, like that. I kind of want to darken the lips up, but I'm going to work on this top part first. I'm going to add a little bit more highlighting and shading up here. We could take some of it on around like that, just a little bit, not a whole lot. Just kind of the shade and hint of shading there like that. Now we do have a little bit of the, the little dark splotches there like that around the mouth. I'm going to take that down, kind of match these up a little bit. Okay, so now how am I going to do this? Let's do a little bit of, this is how we're going to do it. Something like this. This pencil, it's red, but it kind of looks like it could have a little bit of orange in it. I'm going to darken that up. So I'm going to just kind of draw lines in here like this. And so we've got sort of a darker spot in there like that. And some little darker splotches right around here. Little curves. We're going to curve this one in the opposite direction like that. You know how it makes it look like those lip creases. That's the effect we're looking for, is the lip creases. I'm going to add a little bit of shading around here. Quite a bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more just to enhance it. We've got some shading down here. Yeah, kind of down like this. Some really ghoulish looking shading like that. Oh my goodness, I like that. Oh goodness sakes. And we have also got some, let's see here. We've got some shading around here too. You know, the rouge. Remember Grandma's rouge? The modern kids, I kind of feel bad for modern day kids because they may not have seen Grandma's rouge as much as what some of us did who are a little bit older than them. Because I don't know that women wore that much makeup in modern time. I don't know, maybe they did. But you guys remember Grandma's rouge? And Grandma had on all the thick rouge and all the when I was a kid, I would put on makeup. I wasn't really good at it at all, and I wouldn't blend it in. I didn't know we were supposed to really, and so I ended up with kind of I put on some foundation on my face. That's all I would kind of have on is foundation, and I'd end up with a big mess. Things wouldn't be blended in, so it would be kind of like a straight line like that, so I'm going to take the side of my pencil and blend it in a little bit and probably add a little bit too much on there, but that looks pretty good. It's not too bad. I'm going to add a tiny bit. I'm seeing a little tiny bit of color up here too. Not a whole lot, just a hint. A little bit of hint of some color up here. We've got some lines. They look darker than this, but I'm just going to pencil them in like this. I'm going to pencil them in. Then I'm going to kind of pencil in like that. Just some little forehead wrinkles like that. Ooh. Okay, we're going to do this like that. Nice. Oh my goodness. I love it when I look at something. I mean, the picture I'm looking at looks like it's a real person almost. And mine, it's it's turning out pretty good. Now I'm going to get in some top part of the lip here with shadows. I'm just going to put in this, and then I'm going to put in another shadow over here. And so that's going to show the top part of the lip there. You know how the lip kind of has sort of like, it looks like a couple of little tendons, sort of. And so I'm going to put in the wrinkle, the side of the nose right there like that. And gosh, I like that. It's turned out better than I thought. I thought I was going to have a hard time with the eyes. Really what I need to do though is I need to darken parts of them up a little bit more than what I've got them. Now this part I'm going to leave. Let's see how dark I can get it. I'm going to try to get it as dark as I can. Dark as I can. Let's see. I like to leave highlights in the dark though too. Oh, we've got some, I think some, we're just going to do partial eyelashes here. Not full, just partial, like that. And then I'm going to darken some of this up here a little bit. Now, with the eyes, what I want to do is just make them gray, sort of. I'm going to add some of this in just to make them grayish looking. Oh, that's good. Grayish, perfect. I want them to be grayish looking, empty looking eyes. No, I mean, I keep wanting to say it has no personality, but technically it has a lot of personality, even though I want to say there's no personality there. There's a ton of personality there. The one I'm looking at, the eyelids are actually down further. It makes them look quite a bit more creepy, probably. And these lips are quite a bit more red. What? Oh, here I've got, maybe I can, more of a ruby red. Let me add some of this in here and see if we can't. I don't know what I'm going to do with the lips here. Let's see what we can do here. If we can get some of this in here like that. I like it though. I'm going to leave the eyes more open. The one I'm looking at, the eyes are not as open. Let's darken you up here a little bit like this. Let's darken you up a little bit. A lot, actually. A lot is okay with this one up here. I guess it's sort of like putting in eyebrow pencils. That's really what it seems like to me. You know, when you're doing a makeup on a, well, yeah, we're doing makeup on our artwork is what we're doing. And that's exactly what we're doing, is makeup on our artwork. And so I'm going to add this in here around like that. And add this in around here like that. Perfect. Oh. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is there's like a little shadow right here. I need to get some of the shadows of this veil that we've got going on back here. I'm going to work some little shadows in. The veil is, oh, that works out pretty good. So we've got some little rolls in here. And when I say rolls, I just simply mean just kind of little wrinkles. Wrinkles is a better word instead of it. You know how it looks like rolls, but they're little wrinkles within the veil. And so right up here, we've got kind of a wrinkle of the veil like this. Just like that. And so when I talk about doing my calligraphy thing, that's turning the pencil completely sideways and doing this just like that, working on the, just like that, the calligraphy effect. Let's do a big one up here. I'm going to start down here. Just like that. So hopefully I still get the depiction of a, oh, I know what'll help. Okay, I see exactly what's going to help here. Okay, let's see here. Pencil. I see two things here. Okay, one of my pencils. Do I need to sharpen you a little bit? I'm not sure, but this is what we're going to do. I probably don't need to, but we're going to put this in here like this. And we're just going to kind of color in the background. Sort of a solid color like that. I can always add in more, make it darker if I need to, if I need be. Oh, that makes it look a lot better. Okay, so now I'm going to take and use a kind of a calligraphy technique here, blending in the green and the dark color like that. You see that? Ugh. There's just something about that combination of colors that tickles my funny bone, my scary funny bone here. Okay, so I'm going to take and go in this direction like this. That's sort of cross-hatching. I'm not coloring it in too dark, just adding in a little bit of dimensions here like this. You know, a little bit. So it's not perfect. We don't want it perfectly filled in. Doesn't need to be perfectly filled in. It's just enough to give us a nice background. And, ooh, I like that. Oh my goodness. On camera, it looks so good. It's almost like I really am artificial intelligence doing this, because I get accused of being AI every day. People they literally think I'm AI, and it's kind of a fun thing to play along with, you know, that people think I'm AI. It's like, my goodness sakes, you guys give me, either you think I'm horrible or you think I'm really smart. I don't know which one it is. And so, yeah. Okay, down here needs a little bit of help. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I kind of want to, let's see if I can smudge this in with the pencil. I'm just going to use my pencil to do a little rubbing and smudging. See if that works. I want to kind of hollow out that, round out and hollow out that part right there, so it's not as defined. Let's see, did we get it? Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks better than what I had. Okay. I kind of feel like maybe I should add a tiny bit more green. Or am I going to be overdoing it with the green? I'm not sure yet. I like the green though. The combination of the green and dark blend. Are you copying me? Hey, I hear you over there. You're copying me. You still copy me. I am so bored with her. Should we make the old people grunt? Or is that a ghoulish grunt? That is ghoulish. Absolutely ghoulish. That's absolutely ghoulish right there. We hit the nail on the head with this one. I never know what they're gonna look like. I'm not sure if this back part looks like a veil or not, but I tried. Hopefully it does a little bit. I tried to get it to look like a veil. Let me add a little bit more here and see if we can't get it looking like a little bit more like a veil. I'm hoping it does, but I mean it's really hard to depict transparent like this. Unless I add a little bit of yellow. I don't know. Let me see. Do I see yellow in this picture? I'm going to look really hard and see if I see yellow. I do see yellow. I do see a little bit of yellow up here. Up here I do see yellow. A little bit. Something else I just saw too is these little lines like that. These little details help a lot. You might not think about it at the time you're doing it, but there's kind of a little gathering right here, a little gathering line of makeup. You know how you get the little wrinkle lines? Let's add a little bit more of a wrinkle line right here. Yeah, that's exactly what we need there. Let's see, we do have a tiny bit of yellow in here. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do here, right here, is maybe pop a little bit of this out. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in here, and then I'm going to, where did I put that pencil I just had? I thought I had a brown pencil. Okay, I wanted to see what happens when I do this. Yeah, that works. That works. I don't know if it looks like the veil or not, but I'm trying to make it look like a veil. Hopefully it looks like a scarf of some sort. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying here. That's what it's supposed to be, is a scarf, a veil type thingy. Actually, and it's kind of covering up right here too, so I don't know if I can depict that covering up here. We're going to just do a tiny bit. I mean, the more bunked up this is, the better it looks as I bunk it up more here. I mean, I've never had so much fun scribbling as I have in the past couple of years here lately. And the more I scribble, the more I make it less perfect, the better it looks. It's like, who knew that art was actually that easy? The more junk you add to it and bunk it up, the better it looks. I can't beat that. And it's so easy. What did I get this done here within 29 minutes? And it looks pretty good too. I mean, and I'm not a professional by any means. I never went to art school or anything like that. I never had a budget for art school. I just went to community college and, dabbled in art a little bit. And so I'm far from like a professional artist or anything like that. But I'd make a pretty good courtroom artist right now. If I had to go to court, I could probably look at a person and get a sketch art pretty close. This one looks pretty close to the image I'm looking at right now. I could be probably a pretty good courtroom artist. But I don't think that's a job anymore. I really don't. But I like this image as it is because it looks ghoulish, just like it is. And we made a ghoulish background too. There is green, a little bit of green in the background. We might even have a little bit of yellow going on over here too. Yeah, a little tiny bit. It always helps add character. It adds character and it adds age and it adds dimension, you know, to add a little bit of this in here like that. Oh yeah, that sets it off pretty good there. Contrast, you know, so it just kind of, it just adds a lot in there so it's not flat. Otherwise the image is just pure flat. And this helps pop things out and add light. And the lips need something though. Do we need to add a little bit of, I don't know if this is what we need. Some of it's turning orange now. The lips, what do I want to add in here? Just a little bit to make the lips a little bit darker down here. Just a little bit darker. Like that. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to call it a video. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. We've got our little ghoulish creature there. And it does look sort of like a veil on there. That's what I'm hoping. That's the effect I was looking for, is a veil. A veil, or it could depict hair too. I think I'm going to call it a video. I like this part though too. We got the light in there, reflections of light up there on the eyes, in our dark eyes. Perfect. And calligraphy eyebrows right here. And so I think I'm going to call it a video, and we'll see you guys next time.